Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime, and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, but not before I do this. I do have to do this. Hold on. This piece right here is important. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go in, fam. I'm a little confused about this name of this person, but I'm gonna go in on it anyway. But first of all, I'm gonna give him a few shots out right quick. We got Joe Delaney, Harold Green, Springfield, Ohio, Brother Daniel, much love, Martell Anderson, no happy holidays, North Korea. DeForest Settles Jr., Angie, New York, Stephen Robinson, San Jose, California, Edward Pyfram, Columbus, Ohio, Frank Owens. I see H-Town in the building. The food gas I am. Food gas. Okay, fam, I'm going in because now I'm getting this story, fam, in real time. I'm getting the details of this story in real time. So, and I'm gonna share them with you in real time. Let's get, for those of you who do not know Skip Bayless, what he looks like. Here's a picture of Skip Bayless. That's Skip on the left. All right, y'all. Okay, that's Skip on the right, and that's your homie on the left right there. Skip Bayless, man, fam, it's going down. Skip Bayless has been accused. In fact, let me get out of here so nobody gets this mixed up. Let me put a pic up. Let me put a pic up of Skip by himself, man. I don't want no parts of this. Let's see, let me get a pic of Skip right quick. Let's see. Everybody going down. 2024, the year of the torpedo, continues. Okay, I got a pic of Skip. Let's see. Okay. So this is Skip, y'all. Skip Bayless. As you know, Skip used to have a show with Shannon Sharp, and they had a big, famous fallout. Shannon went on to do greater things and left Skip in the dust. And I guess Skip is probably having a nervous breakdown because Skip is out here offering $1.5 million for a piece of butt. $1.5 million. Yeah. So here's the story, fam. Longtime undisputed host Skip Bayless is no longer with Fox Sports, but his past might catch up with him. The infamous personality was named in a lawsuit against Fox alleging sexual harassment. By the way, fam, this ain't the first time Fox executives and people in upper management and even their hosts have been accused of sexually assaulting anyone. Bayless was named as a defendant in the case along with Fox Sports producer Charlie Dixon and host Joy Taylor per Front Office Sports. So I cannot, I'm gonna butcher her name probably, but I'll get as close to the name as possible. Nashin Faraji, a hairstylist who used to work with the company, filed the lawsuit claiming that Dixon used his position to sexually harass women on the set. Faraji claims that Dixon advanced to touching her unprovoked, causing her to confide in Taylor, who allegedly told her to get over it. Along with seeking out Taylor, Faraji claimed she filed multiple complaints to Human Resources that apparently went unnoticed. While Baylor is no longer with the company, Dixon and Taylor are current Fox employees. Faraji's allegations only worsened with Bayless. The hairstylist claimed that the 73-year-old gave her lingering hugs and kisses, forcing her to tell him that she was not interested in him romantically. The advances culminated with Faraji claiming that Bayless offered her $1.5 million for some butt. Well, they actually wrote to have sexual intercourse with him, but y'all know what it went down, and y'all know what it come down to. The lawsuit states that to reject his offer, Faraji brought up Bayless's wife, Ernestine. Bayless then allegedly brought up religion, asking if she was Muslim and if her deceased father had 3 or 4 wives. Good man, what a low blow. Faraji has since left Fox Sports, but continues to work as a hairstylist in California. According to her Instagram, she appears to work for a salon known as Vito Esposito. So let's see what $1.5 million buy you. And I'm not laughing at the woman's trauma, fam. I'm laughing at Skip Bayless more than anybody. 1.5. How do you even come up with a figure like that? Did you start off the negotiation? Was there a negotiation process or something? Did he start off with like, 1.5? Nah, that's gonna be too low. 1 million, 100,000. What about 100? Nah, she ain't gonna take that 100,000. But $1 million. Nah, I gotta go over $1 million because tricks off $1 million. That's normal. $1 million. That's normal for the big tricks. You know, I remember Donnie telling me that he was paying one. He had paid $1 million before. You know, Don the Con told me he paid $1 million before. So $1 million ain't nothing. I'm a big fish. I'm a big old fish. I'm gonna offer 1.5 million. Let her know I'm dead serious. Y'all want to know what she looked like? Okay, let me show you a picture of the hairstylist. Let's see. Wait a minute, which one of these is her? Okay, either one. Boom. That's her. I'm assuming, because this is her Instagram. Hold on. Okay, that's her. That's the picture that she has on her Instagram. I'm assuming that's her. But let's see. Yeah. Assuming that's her. Quick trip for a private client. She's probably going to get off the grid after this. Because you know those fans, boy, they're going to come eat her up. No pun intended. Let's see. These are, I guess, pictures of the chick that who she does. This chick right here is, what's her name? Let's see what her name is. Rachel Nichols. Is that her? Yeah. Okay, so this is Rachel Nichols. Yeah. I don't think Rachel is mentioned in the lawsuit. Okay, let's take a look at the lawsuit. Let's take a look at the lawsuit. Let's see, share screen. Where's that lawsuit? Here we go. All right. Let's take a look at the lawsuit. You got Faraji Nushin individually and on behalf of others similarly situated. The plaintiff, Fox Corporation, a Delaware company, Fox Sports Holdings, Delaware Limited Liability Company, Fox Sports. You got Fox Sports Productions, Charlie Dixon, Skip Bayless, and Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor. She's a Fox host. And this is the complaint, fam. If you look to your right there under class action complaint, failure to pay minimum wages, failure to pay overtime wages, failure to reimburse business expenses, failure to pay all wages upon separation, failure to furnish accurate itemized wage statements, unfair, unlawful, or fraudulent business practices. It was treating her like an immigrant. We ain't got to pay her. She here on a visa. The individual complaint, sexual battery, hostile work environment, race, hostile work environment, sex, gender, hostile work environment, disability, failure to prevent harassment, negligence, supervision, hiring and retention, retaliation, wrongful termination. Comes now, plaintiff Nashin Faraji, an individual, Miss Faraji, or plaintiff against defendant Fox Corporation, a Delaware company, blah, 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 all these people. Here's a summary of action. Let me see how much of this stuff is there to read. So we're not going to get into all of this, but let's do some of it. Ms. Faraji brings forth this action because for over a decade at Fox, she was forced to endure a misogynistic, racist, and ableist workplace where executives and talent were allowed to physically and verbally abuse workers with impunity. When Ms. Faraji and others came forward to report the wrongdoing, instead of addressing their concerns, Fox retaliated against them, while the perpetrators and those who protected them were inexplicably promoted. This case thus represents yet another in a long line of cases chronicling the toxic culture of Fox, marked by bad faith promises and repeated failure to address a poisonous and entrenched patriarchy. Let me say this, fam, because I know somebody who actually went through something like this. You would think that women would look after each other. You know, you would think that a woman might, try to protect another woman. Not so. I've literally witnessed a situation where a woman was being harassed sexually, and she went to another woman thinking that she was going to get some help. She went to her superior, and that superior laughed at her. She laughed at her pain. She laughed. So this type of stuff does happen. I'm not saying it happened, because I don't know what the truth is, but this stuff does happen. Let's get back into it. Let's see if we can, let's get down. Let me find Skip. Where is Skip at? Defendant Charlie Dixon is the executive vice president of content for Fox Sports 1, Fox's flagship multi-sport national network, overseeing all content and production on the network. Mr. Dixon was in July 2016, the very first significant hiring of former Fox Sports president Jamie Horowitz. Mr. Horowitz, who was terminated from Fox due to reports of sexual harassment. At all relevant times, Mr. Dixon was an agent for Fox and had authority to make decisions impacting Ms. Faraji's employment. Upon information and belief, Mr. Dixon is a resident of the state of California. Defendant Skip Bayless is a sports columnist, commentator, and television personality who worked at Fox on his show Skip and Shannon Undisputed from 2016 to August 2024. In March 2021, Mr. Bayless signed a 4-year, $32 million contract with Fox. At all relevant times, Mr. Bayless was an agent of Fox and had authority to make decisions impacting Ms. Faraji's employment. Upon information and belief, Mr. Bayless is a resident of the state of California. Let's stop right there. Mr. Bayless signed a $32 million contract, and he offered that woman allegedly $1.5 million to roll around in the hay with her. So that's roughly 4% of his salary. Skip. I gotta say it like Shannon be saying, Skip. Come on, Skip. Now, come on now, Skip. $1.5 million. $1.5 million. Come on, Skip. Now, you know ain't no coochie worth $1.5 million. Come on now, Shannon. You never paid $1.5 million to be with a woman? Nope, nope. And I ain't gonna pay it either. Most she gonna get out of me is a steak dinner. Most she gonna get out of me is steak dinner. That's it. Come on, Skip. $1.5 million. That's crazy. Somebody said 4%, more like 15%. No, you made me go look it up, and I was closer than you. 1.5 million is 4.68% of 32 million. Yeah, so this man offered this woman almost 5%. Is offering. I mean, if what they're saying is true, almost 5% of his salary. Whew, whew, man. Should we salute her or something? Like if that is true, you gotta salute it, right? Because it's a whole lot of them would easily take that 1.5. I don't give a damn if he is 72. They'll take half of that, less than half of that. You know, boy, he must really, really want some of that, boy. Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? What's up, China Carter? Hey. Angela Jefferson says, it ain't tricking if you got it. Yes, it is. It's tricking if you got it. Just like, look, if you, let's say, I don't know, if you rob a bank with a note, it's still robbing a bank. Just because you didn't have a gun don't mean you didn't rob the bank. Yeah, it's tricking if you got it. Tricking is tricking. If you are a pastor, that doesn't give you permission to lie. Well, you know, he's a pastor, so he can't lie. Or he's a doctor, so he was just telling a little white lie, you know, to relax the family and not make them get too excited. No, a lie is a lie, no matter who tells it. Tricking is tricking, no matter who does it. See, that's what got all of these dudes, not all of these dudes, but that's what has so many dudes out here messed up. They out here, you know, it's natural for a man to be attracted to a woman. That's natural. But it's so many men out here right now, they are taking penitentiary chances. They're not just taking penitentiary chances, they're taking cemetery chances, all to try to impress a girl. Believe me, dude can say what he want to say, but oh, we definitely go get it for y'all. As you get older, obviously, you know, it becomes more about your legacy and not just trying to have sex or whatever, but now it becomes more about legacy. So, it's not just about your woman, but it's also about your children, right? So tricking is tricking. I don't care how you try to add it up. A lot of these dudes, when Lil Wayne said it ain't tricking if you got it, it gave a lot of these little youngsters permission to be tricks. A lot of these youngsters are bigger tricks than older dudes. I'm going to say it again. Today, a lot of youngsters are bigger tricks than their elders. They lead with their wallet. They don't have any conversation. They don't even know how to approach a woman. They don't even know how to talk to a woman. Hey, what up? Hey, say, hey, look here. That's how they talk to chicks. That's how they talk to girls. Hey, look here. Say, bro, what's up, little bro? Hey, what's up, little mama? Hey, what you doing over there? Hey, get him up. Hey, get him up. They don't even know how to talk to women. Because they're relying on text messages and DMs, and they copying and pasting responses, and they talking to their homies who telling them what to say. Hey, little mama, hey, look here, check it out. Like, hey, come on down, right? I'm over here. Hey, you want to holler? Let's go out. Hey, let's go out. Let's go get something to eat. Let's get back over here to Skip. No, let's go to Joy Taylor. Let me see if I got a pic of Joy Taylor. Let me find that pic. Let's get the pic of Joy Taylor right quick. Joy Taylor. If y'all watch, these sports programs, I'm sure you've seen Joy Taylor at least once. Now, this is cold when a woman goes to a woman for help and says that she's been SA'd, and a woman gives her the cold shoulder, especially if it's a woman that you respect, a woman that has a higher position than you have at your job. So you go to her because you expect that she knows what to do. You expect that being a woman that she'll protect you, that she'll look after you. And you find out that, oh, okay, so she's part of the system. She's part of the problem. She's been indoctrinated. A lot of times women that have been SA'd, and women, y'all can let me know if I'm right or wrong. But a lot of times women who have been SA'd, they don't have any compassion for young girls and women who get SA'd, because to them, hey, I got through it. I survived. What you crying about? To them, hey, this is just how the game goes. This is part of the game. It happened to me. I dealt with it. Why you can't deal with it? That's the mentality. So here's a picture of Joy Taylor. I saw somebody in the comments saying, why are Black people the only ones talking about this? You know why. You know why. You know why. The same reason Black people are the only ones talking about the Brett Favre thievery that went on in Mississippi, where he stole from Mississippi's poorest, pillaged the welfare system, and still have not been charged to this day, and ain't gonna be charged. But let you or I go out here and steal a little something from welfare, take a little something extra. We going to jail. But Brett, they're covering for Brett. They're giving Brett a pass because Brett's a good old boy. Yeah. You know why they're not talking about it. Let's get back to this lawsuit. So we have Skip Bayless allegedly offered this woman $1.5 million to get loose, to break off something, to get down, to roll in the hay. Defendant Joy Taylor is a media personality and television host for Fox. She co-hosts the show Speak on FS1. At all relevant times, Ms. Taylor was an agent of Fox and had authority to make decisions impacting Ms. Faraji's employment. Upon information and belief, Ms. Taylor is a resident of the state of California. Let's get down to some facts. In approximately July 2016, word spread amongst Fox's employees about a new show that was going to be a big deal, as it would star Mr. Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. It was known that Fox was looking for a woman with significant TV experience to also star. Therefore, it came as a surprise when Fox announced that Miss Taylor, who was a bartender and a radio host in Miami with very little TV experience, would be the moderator of the new show, a sports debate program, Skip and Shannon Undisputed. Mr. Bayless later disclosed to Ms. Faraji that he did not want Ms. Taylor on the show, but Mr. Dixon was adamant that Ms. Taylor should star. At first, Mr. Dixon arranged a dinner between Mr. Bayless and Ms. Taylor, where she arrived in provocative clothing and acted in a provocative manner. When that did not change Mr. Bayless's opinion of Ms. Taylor, Mr. Dixon asked to approve of her as a favor to him. Reluctantly, Mr. Bayless agreed to do so as a favor to his friend. Around August 2016, Ms. Faraji attended a dinner with Ms. Taylor and her husband and Mr. Dixon and his wife. During the dinner, Ms. Taylor's husband became suspicious that Ms. Taylor and Mr. Dixon were having a sexual relationship. Soon after the dinner, Ms. Taylor's husband found evidence of the inappropriate relationship and divorced Ms. Taylor. How would she know that? Anyway, in approximately September 2016, Undisputed started. Ms. Taylor requested Ms. Faraji to do her hair. In approximately November 2016, after not allowing anyone to touch his hair, Mr. Bayless also requested Ms. Faraji do his hair. Mr. Dixon gropes Ms. Faraji after putting her on Undisputed. On January 14th, 2017, Miss Taylor had her birthday party at Pearl's Rooftop in West Hollywood. Miss Faraji and other Fox employees who were invited attended, as it was a part of their job duties to appease talent. And a birthday party is an important event. As usual, Mr. Dixon was heavily drinking, buying drinks for everyone on Fox credit card, and blustering that everything purchased was on Fox's dime. As Miss Faraji was standing near the bar facing the crowd, Mr. Dixon approached her. He asked the bartender for a drink and then placed his arm on Miss Faraji's lower back. He asked how she was doing, if she was having fun, and if she wanted a tequila shot. Miss Faraji felt very uncomfortable by his unsolicited touching and responded, "No, thank you." Mr. Dixon then moved his hand lower and started rubbing her body and grabbing her buttocks. Mr. Faraji was mortified, but quickly thought to fake an incoming call to escape from the situation. Miss Faraji did not know who to turn to, but as she knew Miss Taylor was sleeping with Mr. Dixon, she turned to her. Surprisingly, Miss Taylor responded to "get over it" and explained that she herself only had her job because of Mr. Dixon, and that Miss Faraji only had her job because Miss Taylor requested her. She warned that Mr. Dixon could take both away. Miss Faraji was terrified and then turned to her coworker anonymously to discuss the situation. Anonymous responded that Mr. Dixon was disgusting, that the entire situation was sick, but that it wasn't shocking given Miss Fox's culture, and that Miss Faraji should remain quiet if she wanted to keep her job. Let's move on down. Let's get on down. Well, let's get on down to Skip, man. Mr. Bayless begins giving Miss Faraji lingering hugs and kisses on the cheek, putting his body against her, pressing against her breast. Mr. Bayless began finding excuses to touch Miss Faraji. He would give her lingering hugs after each haircut, putting his body against her own, pressing against her breast. He then began to kiss her on her cheeks. Miss Faraji was uncomfortable by the physical contact and would make excuses to leave right after the haircuts. "I need to pick up my son from school." In approximately summer 2017, while Miss Faraji was giving Mr. Bailey a haircut, he told her that she was voluptuous. As English is her second language and she was not familiar with the word, Miss Faraji asked what that meant. Mr. Bayless seemed amused and told her to figure it out. Miss Faraji later asked a coworker what the word meant and was mortified. Mr. Bayless then started being more aggressive and direct with his advances. Miss Faraji continually denied, stating that she did not date at work as she is a single mom and needed her job. Miss Faraji was terrified and then turned to her coworker to discuss the situation. The two decided that because Mr. Bayless was a powerful man and Fox protected powerful men, it would only be to her detriment to report the issue. The two decided that Miss Faraji needed to be kind toward Mr. Bayless or risk her job. As a single mother who relied on her job to support her son, Miss Faraji felt she had no choice. So now he talks about her getting her hours cut because she ain't cooperating. Miss Faraji remains Undisputed and asks to also join the herd. Ms. Diaz racially and sexually harasses Ms. Faraji. Ms. Taylor again uses sexuality to get on a show. She just saying that old Taylor girl just got on out there. Just out there. Ms. Faraji is targeted because of her ethnicity. Ms. Faraji believes she has cancer and conveys this to Mr. Bayless in an attempt to stop his advances, only to have him offer her $1.5 million. Let's get to the money, man. Over the years, Mr. Bayless continued to make advances on Ms. Faraji. Ms. Faraji would always make excuses regarding her son, politely change the subject, or make a joke. Anything to keep Mr. Bayless appeased and her job safe. In July 2021, Ms. Faraji developed issues with her left ovary and was advised it would be cancer. It could be cancer. With the fourth biopsy scheduled, she explained her situation to Mr. Bayless, hoping that he would take pity on her and seize his advances. Instead, Mr. Bayless told her that he wanted to be with her. Ms. Faraji panicked and began rambling that there were cameras everywhere, that she has a child, and that she does not want him. Mr. Bayless then grabbed her hand, began kissing them, and offered her $1.5 million to have sex. Ms. Faraji made an excuse to leave. Approximately 1 week later, Mr. Bayless made another advance at Ms. Faraji. Ms. Faraji responded, "Skip, stop. You have a wife, you cocksucker." Well, she didn't call him a cocksucker, but you know what she wanted to say. Mr. Bayless responded, "Aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 or 4 wives?" Ms. Faraji responded that her father was dead. And when Mr. Bayless looked taken aback, she made an excuse to leave. Ms. Faraji's job is threatened because she does not sleep with Mr. Bayless. Ms. Faraji is targeted because of her ethnicity and disability. Ms. Faraji participates in an internal investigation only to be singled out, taken off speak, and accused of having sex with Mr. Bayless. Ms. Faraji learns that Mr. Dixon wants her fired. Ms. Faraji lets it be known she will support a co-worker. Ms. Faraji is fired on approximately June 24th, 2024. A talent member disclosed to Ms. Faraji that Undisputed was going to be canceled and that Mr. Bayless was going to be fired. Ms. Faraji grew internally anxious that Mr. Dixon was trying to get her fired. Later that week, on Monday, Ms. Faraji gave Mr. Bayless a haircut. During the haircut, Mr. Bayless told her about a new opportunity he was expecting outside of Fox. Ms. Faraji asked if he would still be coming back to Undisputed, and he replied, of course. Mr. Bayless then told Ms. Faraji that he fantasizes about having sex with her and asked how much money it would take for him to have sex with her. Ms. Faraji stated that she already refused $1.5 million and that her answer wasn't going to change. Mr. Bayless replied, "The more you say no, the more I want you. How about 25 million?" Nah, he didn't offer 25 million, but he wanted to. He would have paid it, boy. He would have paid it if he had it to just, if he just had it to just blow. Oh, he'd have gave it to her. Boy, he wanted some of that bad. On August 2nd, 2024, Undisputed was canceled. Mr. Bayless was fired, and Miss Faraji was taken off schedule. Miss Peretti told Miss Faraji that there were no longer a need for her. That same day, Mr. Bayless asked Miss Faraji to walk him to his car on the way out. Miss Faraji felt that she had no choice but to walk him to the car. Once at his car, they noticed Mr. Dixon in the parking lot looking at them. Mr. Bayless told Miss Faraji, F Charlie. If you want to sue them, go for it. F Charlie. F them. Charlie is not going to sleep tonight. He's scared of what I'm going to tell you. F him. The same day, Miss Faraji reached out to Fox, asked why she was taken off schedule, and explained that although Undisputed had been canceled, she had worked on the herd for over 5 years. Speak and Talent continued to request her. Fox did not provide a substantive response, but said they would investigate the issue, and on and on and on and on and on. So, all right, fam, give me a thumbs up if you believe Miss Faraji. Thumbs up if you think, nah, man, this is just another money grab. Could be both. But here's the deal. In America, you know, people sue when they feel like they've been done wrong. Suing is one of the ways to get even when you've been done wrong. You hit people in the pockets. That's just what you do. And I don't think people should be ashamed about suing people for money. I don't think you should be ashamed about suing. If somebody do you wrong and, you know, you have an opportunity to get at them, you're supposed to try to hit them in every way possible. Hit them in every way possible. But if they do you criminally wrong, then you got to want some get back on that too. So it's just, I don't respect when they just go after the money. Like, and if you ain't going to do it, you ain't going to file the criminal charges, make them feel some pain some other kind of way. You got to get them, man. You got to get them. You got to stick it to them. You know, you got to get your vengeance. You can't just let people run over you. She said that when it was all over, Skip was fired, and he asked her to walk him to his car. At that point, she could have said, F you, Skip, because Skip had no more power over her at that point. She could have just went on and said, F you, Skip. Get your riding, raggedy, shrimp face out of my face, sucker. She could have said whatever, but she didn't. I don't know, fam. I do not know. But if I had to take a wild, wild west guess, I think I might believe her. I would believe her. Skip just seemed like the type of dude that would do something like that. $1.5 million for some coochie. $1.5 million. $1.5 million. I wonder if there's a prostitute has ever, like a straight up prostitute. I ain't talking about somebody that do it cash. I'm talking about somebody, this is what I do. I'm a professional hoe. I wonder if somebody who do it professionally has ever received $1.5 million. That's a lot of damn money for an experience that probably won't last, even if you put it down, you put it all the way down. Probably ain't gonna last no more than a couple of hours. $1.5 million? Yeah. All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all. Skip might be a bigger trick than Donald Trump. If that's true, he's a bigger trick than Donald. Nah, Donald Trump got kids out of his tricking. Anyway, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.